Good evening. We're learning more tonight about the weeks surrounding the hotel killing of 30-year-old Kathleen Henry.
Now, police say the man accused of her murder and disposal of her remains along a highway also recorded the killing on video.
And Channel 2 investigative reporter Jill Burke has uncovered new information that only deepens the mystery of how police stumbled across that incredible evidence. Jill.
Mike and Rebecca, so many people have asked, how in the world did that memory card end up disposed of, then found, and so well organized and labeled? We can't answer those questions, but we may have found new clues.
I didn't know Brian.
From a quiet family neighborhood, so many questions.
But aren't they just little? I mean, so why are you even noticing it?
It was seeming incredible luck that a memory card full of evidence would land in police hands, found in a less affluent part of town on the ground.
And again, the person calling us, finding that SD card and calling us was a tremendous help to this.
It linked to remains found on the highway and ultimately to 30-year-old Kathleen Henry, who last posted on Facebook just days before police say she was killed by this man, 48-year-old Brian Smith, a man who lived a seemingly quiet life here, where police have scoured the home as a crime scene. Neighbors say he mostly kept to himself.
He was doing a drone thing, and I found it in my yard, and he said it was his.
One day after the last time-stamped image from the memory card, an ad goes up on Facebook Marketplace under Smith's profile, selling a drone, a computer, and a monitor. Then, in mid-September, Smith's wife told KTUU someone broke into Smith's truck and stole his wallet, important documents, and a bag or briefcase containing various electronics, including a GoPro and phones. All of this before Henry's remains were discovered and before the video card turned up that led police to Smith.
What we do believe is that the suspect recorded himself the events that took place in the hotel room.
As for whether anyone else is involved,
The only suspect in this investigation is Brian Smith.
we spoke again today with Smith's wife, who told us she hasn't had a chance to speak with him since the arrest. She's horrified that he could be involved and wants to look him in the face and ask some difficult questions.
A family's grief, you could feel it in an Anchorage courtroom today.
A murder, an arrest, and the quest for why converging as the family of Veronica Abalchuk gathered in solidarity. Channel 2 investigative reporter Jill Burke has the story. Jill.
Kristen and Rebecca, in the courtroom today, many tears and much pain as Veronica Abalchuk's family seeks justice and healing. On the 5th floor of an Anchorage courthouse, so much love on a day of so much hurt.
They've spent time searching for VRA, and now that they have some answers, they're still left with many questions unanswered.
VRA is Veronica Abalchuk, identified by police as a second known victim of Brian Smith, seen here in a picture taken a few years ago by her sister, and here as shown on her missing persons bulletin. Smith letting his lawyer do the talking.
To all these will waive reading of the charges and advisement of rights and enter a not guilty plea and ask for a jury trial.
What could Smith have thought, looking out into the courtroom and seeing this, a silent but powerful show of force that missing and murdered Indigenous women will not be forgotten? For one of Abalchuk's sisters, grief too much to hold back as Smith entered the courtroom. For the family, knowing what happened is a small step forward, but healing a journey with many unanswered questions.
Like why this has happened to their family member.
Family members told KTUU Abalchuk liked her lifestyle of homelessness, of freedom, but they worried.
It was scary. We've always wanted the best for her.
Her niece, Tatak Muma, remembers her Auntie Veronica teaching her how to cook and the kindness she had.
Very sweet lady. She loved her kids. She loved everyone. I really miss that.
When she went missing 2 years ago, they worried, but never did they imagine it would end like this.
We didn't know what to think. We were hoping a better outcome.
Now, looking to each other for support, for strength to see justice through. And Smith's bail was raised today to $2 million. Abowchuk's family told us they're planning a service that clients at Beans Cafe and other homeless services who knew or were friends with Abowchuk can attend. Her niece told us she believes more needs to be done to keep vulnerable individuals like her aunt safe.
Happier times and troubling finds. We continue to learn more about accused killer Brian Smith.
Channel 2 investigative reporter Jill Burke gives us a different view of Brian Smith's life, including what police found when they searched his home. Jill.
Maria and Rebecca, as we now know, Smith is accused of killing 2 women years apart, with police closing in only after home video of one of the killings fell into police hands and became a key piece of evidence. In a 2 Investigates exclusive, his wife walks us through what she knows. This happy, doting husband is the man Stephanie Bisland said she married. The man accused of murdering vulnerable women, someone she doesn't recognize.
I've never seen anything that dark in him.
She said the South African immigrant who became a citizen in September loved Alaska so much he chronicled his adventures on YouTube.
This is the beaver dam.
He loved the outdoors, loved gizmos like this drone he's flying, and recorded life's events.
And there you can see the snow.
His distinct voice and his known connection to a separate investigation police will not discuss helped investigators close in.
We were familiar with what we were seeing and hearing on the video that were able to help us identify him as the suspect in this investigation.
Police spent 12 hours searching the couple's home. Among the items they collected, electronics and handfuls of SD cards.
So I guess that's what they are.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't use them, but I don't have cameras, and they didn't take this.
Perhaps not surprising, since police say a memory card containing key evidence led them to Smith.
I'm not going to get into the details of the video. It's very graphic.
In the garage, in the space where Smith parked his truck, mounds of stuff. Pulled there, Bisland says, by police as they combed through storage and dark corners. Inside, they searched an office.
They took all my thumb drives.
A bedroom.
They didn't take any of the bedding, but they took the
carpet.
Yeah, carpet.
A crawl space.
I cannot tell you what Brian had exactly. He had a couple of rifles. I think he had a couple of pistols.
And a basement living area.
Then they pushed everything back here and were looking around, and then they decided that they didn't like something they saw in the rug.
The something was a positive test for blood. So they cut out a nearly 9-foot by 10-foot swath and hauled it away. So they've been taking weapons, knives, guns.
Yeah, my computer and his laptop.
All of it bewildering for Bisland, whose husband, a standout hotel employee and new citizen, seemed to have so much going for him. She hopes their magical memories are as real as they felt, but the alleged brutality and betrayal have cast doubt.
When I think about that, I think, how could I have missed it? How can you miss something like that, you know?
And with all that's happened, that certainty has washed away. So now, 2 weeks after her husband's arrest, Bisland says she's still trying to make sense of this entire situation. She says it's a horrible thing that has happened to the women, but she does hope everyone will wait for the legal process to play out before drawing final conclusions.